We will be looking at these two papers, one from World Economic Forum and another from International Monetary Fund. So these papers do have some significant insights. In the next 5 years, according to the World Economic Forum, largest losses are expected in administrative roles, traditional security, factory and commerce roles. Whereas the large-scale job growth is expected in education, agriculture, digital commerce and trade. Given this projection of job losses and job growth, not all jobs are covered here. So how can we find out whether our job will be replaced by AI or not? To find that out, we need to understand two things: AI exposure and complementarity. AI exposure in layman terms means how much of the work can be done by AI without human involvement. For example, occupations that heavily relies on cognitive abilities, problem solving or data analysis will have a high exposure to AI because AI technologies can assist or automate these tasks. Conversely, jobs that primarily involve manual labor or tasks that doesn't require advanced cognitive abilities will have a low exposure to AI. Now let's discuss about complementarity. Due to social, ethical and physical context of the job, there are certain occupations which are shielded from AI. For example, because of advances in textual analysis, judges are highly exposed to AI, but they are also shielded from displacement because society is currently unlikely to delegate judicial ruling to the unsupervised AI. Consequently, AI will likely complement judges, increasing their productivity rather than replacing them. So based on these two criteria, occupations can be classified into three groups: high exposure, high complementarity, high exposure, low complementarity, and low exposure. High exposure, high complementary jobs require high degree of responsibility and interpersonal interactions, such as those performed by surgeons, lawyers, and judges. People in such roles reap the benefits of AI, provided that they have the skills needed to interact with the technology. If your job requires high degree of responsibility, then you don't have to worry about AI replacing your job. High exposure, low complementary roles like data entry clerk, cashiers have the potential to be replaced by AI. These occupations involve repetitive tasks, require low cognitive complexity and involve minimal decision making, which is why they can be easily automated by AI technologies. Low exposure AI jobs are occupations that have minimal exposure to artificial intelligence and are less likely to be significantly impacted by AI-driven automations. Examples of low exposure AI roles include dancers, sports players, firefighters. These jobs involve tasks that are more reliant on physical activities or human interaction, making them less susceptible to automation by current AI technologies. If we plot all the jobs on the graph based on AI exposure and complementarity, we can expect that the jobs in the area of high exposure and low complementarity are going to be replaced first. Now that we understand what it takes for AI to replace our job, let us explore how to ensure we won't be replaced by AI. For that, we need to understand the core skills that a company expects from an employee. According to the paper Future of Jobs, the core skill that a company expects include analytical thinking, critical thinking, resilience, flexibility and agility. And if you look closely, AI and big data rank 15th as a core skill. But if you are planning to learn these skills, they recommend learning them in the following order: analytical thinking, creative thinking, AI and big data. Now coming to what I personally think. What I personally think is no matter what we do, we really can't predict the future. Who would have thought that AI will be going after the people who created it? So instead of getting fixated on one career for the rest of the life, think of career as a project. This will compel us to assess our goal, skill and interest. Just as a project may evolve over time based on new information or changing circumstances, our career journey also undergoes transformation as we grow and learn. That means we have to become lifelong learners. In an interview, CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, was asked about what skills should we learn these days.
What do you think kids should be studying these days?
Resilience, adaptability, a high rate of learning, creativity, certainly familiarity with the tools.
For us to become lifelong learners, we have to start by learning how to learn. That means we have to unlearn what we have learned in school about learning. This will be a topic for another video. And if you are still worried about AI replacing your job, watch this video to explore the advantages of AI that no one is talking about.